Jay's Treaty is a treaty between John Jay, the Supreme Court chief, and Lord Grenville on November 19, 1794, and ratified by George Washington in 1795. John Jay represented America, and Lord Grenville represented Britain. Others involved in the treaty were George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson, and his Republican Party. The reason Jay's Treaty was made was to ease tensions and guarantee increased trade between America and Great Britain. British exports have flooded America, but American exports have been blocked by British trade tariffs and restrictions. In the negotiation of the treaty, in Article 1, it says, "There shall be a firm, viable, and universal peace, and a true and sincere friendship between His Britannic Majesty, his heirs and successors, and the United States of America, between their respective countries, territories, cities, towns, and people of every degree, without exception of persons or places." The American government states that this was in Article 1 to buy time of peace to rearm the country in case of a future conflict. The treaty squeaked through the Senate 20 to 10. John Jay knew that America did not have the official power to advantage over Britain, but somehow made them give up their northwestern posts and gave America most favored nation status to Britain. This treaty was greatly unpopular with the American public because it did not state Britain to stop impressing American sailors and increase tensions with France. But John Jay said, "The wise and the good never form the majority of any large society, and it seldom happens that their measures are uniformly adopted. All that wise and good men can do is to persevere in doing their duty to their country and leave consequences to Him who made men only in either elated by success, however great, nor discouraged by disappointments, however frequent or mortifying." In general, he was saying that only the wisest can lead the people, and in this situation, the wisest person that represents the people, him, Jay, and the consequences will only go to him. The treaty is the best way to ease tensions and not create a future war. To add to that, in the treaty clause in Article 2, Section 2, Clause 2, it states, "The President shall have power by and with the advice and consent of the Senate to make treaties, provided 2/3 of the Senate concur." But still, leaked parts of the treaty caused people to riot and create bonfires, effigies of Jay, and criticized Washington. These anti-treaty protests continued until 1796. A little soon after Jay's treaty was finally signed and accepted by both Britain and America, the House of Representatives tried to submit documents related to the treaty, but Washington refused, seeing that the House possessed no constitutional authority to determine treaties. In the May of 1796, George Washington expressed hope that the ratification of Jay's treaty will provide America with peace and time to be prosperous and become a powerful nation.